Hello everyone, welcome to a new Let's Play. Today we're going to be starting Voice of Cards, The Forsaken Maiden, the Voice of Cards sequel that came out way faster than I expected, so I really loved Voice of Cards. If you haven't seen the first one, I'll put the link to the playlist in the description if you want to check it out, but I'm assuming most people probably know what this is, so let's go ahead and hop in. Very excited to be able to play another one of these games so quickly. Like I said in the video where I announced this, I guess they're pretty easy to develop. Not a lot of art and assets and stuff that has to go into this.
Ah, I bid you welcome. I shall be your game master for this tale. It is a pleasure to have you. Now then, just like this, I will be using cards to draw you into the world of this story.
Alright, so you're definitely a different narrator than we had the first time. A man proclaiming himself to be a great hero has embarked on a journey to slay the dragon.
From time to time, you may be presented with choices like this.
Select left, select right. Let's select right.
Incorrect. It doesn't mean anything, but still.
Wow, I'm a failure.
You're following along with all this, I trust?
Yeah, it's pretty simple
Moving
so
on.
far.
I believe your experience of the story will be shaped in no small part by my narration. As such, I hope you'll have rather more fun keeping the sound on while you play. That said, rest assured that the game remains enjoyable without sound. My words will be subtitled just as they are now.
Would you like to display subtitles? Yeah, we can do that. It's fine with me. I did switch the confirm button because it was set to B. And I was like, no, please. Remember, you can always change these settings later in the options.
With the formalities sorted, we're all ready to begin the game.
Formalities out of the way.
My. Yeah, you can hear the sound of the waves. Oh, how very evocative. Now then, let's begin our tale. Allow me to welcome you to the world of Voice of Cards.
Okay, so you have a bit of range in your voice. That's cool.
You're about to step into the shoes of the hero of this tale as he sets forth on a grand adventure.
Yep. That's usually how it goes. Hero's Quest and all that.
Said adventure takes place in a remote part of the sea, in which ancient traditions are alive and well. You will touch the hearts of many who dwell in this place as you journey to change fate's promise of untold ruin.
So from what I remember from the trailer for this game, it looks like it does have some stuff from the first Voice of Cards, because I believe it takes place in the same world. So we will find out more about those characters. I'm scared.
I believe in you. I believe your journey will be a success.
Well, thank you, narrator. That means a lot.
And on that note, it is time for that journey to begin. May the waves see you safely across the tides.
I mean, as long as there's not a Reaper, I should be good. That's the only thing that could get me. Voice of Cards, The Forsaken Maiden. God, I'm so happy to play this. I'm so excited. Here's my ship. Ooh.
Our story begins in a secluded grotto. The sound of the waves echoes softly across the rock walls.
Oh man, I thought our main character was going to be a quarterstaff user, assuming this is our main character, because that looks like a staff on the back. But it looks like you have like a rapier or some sort of blade in your hand, so...
A solitary young man stands in front of a ship floating in the water. Brush in hand, he busies himself painting the vessel. Once he finishes his work, he decides to carve his name into the side of the hull. A finishing touch.
Carve the shipwright's name. I usually like to go with the canonical name that they give, so I if it's an option, so I think I'll just go with this. Baron. How do I confirm that? Yes, there we go. I pressed enter on my keyboard. Yes, is this name correct? That's right, because I am playing this with controller.
You carve your name in small lettering into the ship. Oh, a handsome name, that.
Yeah, it's the one you gave me.
This young lad is the hero of our tale, and your window into the world.
I don't know about this guy. His stare looks a little barren, you know?
You're a navigator without a ship, and your soul yearns to set out upon the ocean blue, for your own reasons.
I mean, that's a good as dream as any. Be cool to travel the ocean.
You have spent a great deal of time repairing the wrecked ship before you, in the hopes of crafting a partner, aboard which you might sail the high seas. The sound of a wooden box tumbling to the ground rips through the grotto.
What's that noise?
You heave a deep sigh and decide to head over to the source of the racket.
These damn raccoons. Alright. Ah yes, this again. Find whatever made that noise. So if I remember from the previous game, okay. Your piece is in the middle of the screen. Use the left stick to move in the direction you want. As you continue your journey, your objective will change. Press the Y button whenever you need a reminder of what to do next. You will see cards with glowing edges on your adventures. Step onto one to trigger an event that will move the story along. Okay, cool. So can't I jump? Yeah, we can still jump. Okay. I'm gonna be jumping, because it's faster. Way faster.
The source of the noise turns out to be a young girl. It looks as though she has knocked over a wooden box, packed with shipbuilding supplies, and is in quite a panic about it.
Your jacket is very poofy?
The girl's name is Laty. You came across her some time ago, collapsed on a beach. You attempted to bring her to a nearby village, but she was quite opposed to the idea for some reason. As such, she has been helping you repair the ship here.
She's using a spear, so she's automatically cool to me. I love spears. They're so cool. Laty. Okay, yeah, I've seen you in the art for this game. You two were like the main characters that I saw. I didn't see anybody else or don't recall seeing them.
You're not quite sure how to respond to her knocking the box over.
And you don't want to go to a town for some reason. Choose a card and hold the A button to raise it up ever so slightly. If you hold it just long enough, you might be able to peek at what it contains. It's okay, you say in a gentle... And you sigh in exasperation, and... Yeah, I remember this not coming up a ton in the first game, in any important ways from what I remember. I'm gonna say it's okay. In a reassuring tone. Laty's...
It's okay,
yeah, there we go.
You say in a gentle, reassuring tone. Laty's worried expression melts away, replaced by one of relief.
There we go, see?
You move to leave the grotto, saying, I'm going to the village to get some food. Laty waves goodbye, her forlorn smile seeing you off. The young woman has lost her ability to speak. Neither of you have any knowledge of how she ended up in her situation, and you spend many quiet hours together in the grotto.
I thought she was just quiet.
The scent of the sea and a sense of isolation hang heavy in the air. The island is bound for ruin and has had its name since before any can really recall. This is Omega Isle. You take a deep breath and then set out for the nearby Omega Village, which shares the island's name.
Make your way east of the secret grotto to Omega Village. So can we get in combat yet? Press the menu button to open the menu. There you can perform various actions such as saving and changing skills or equipment. Okay. That was Y. That wasn't the menu button. Okay, yeah, starts the menu button. Okay, so what kind of abilities are you working with, Baron? Equipment? An iron sword, a simple breastplate. Okay. So yeah, I do think this takes place in the same world as the first Voice of Cards game did, because like I said, in the trailer, I saw some of the characters from Voice of Cards, but maybe they were just, I don't know, showcasing the previous game at that particular point. So can I get in the combat yet? Or can I just explore this map for free? Because you bet your ass I'm going to be exploring it. Every little bit. Okay, there's a bridge there. The Spirit Spire is not where we're supposed to go, but...
An old spire stands tall before you. Alas, there's little reason to go poking around within.
Spirit Spire. Is this something I'm going to have to come back to later? This might be something I need to write down, because I remember I got the main character's like best sword way late in Voice of Cards, because I just totally forgot about the blacksmith at the beginning. Alright, where to now? Can I actually go across the... Nope.
Beyond the pier, the ocean sprawls out in all directions. beckoning you to adventure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's not going to be much here. We are on an island. They have talked about this. Apparently no monsters on this island.
You have arrived near the entrance of the village. You spy a shadow skulking about in the midst of a thicket.
I thought that was a Pikachu for a second.
The shadows fall away to reveal a small monster. It's unusual to see one this close to the village.
It's so adorable, though.
It might be cute, but it's still a monster. And a threat. You must slay the beast before it can cause trouble or worse in the village.
No. I don't wanna, though. Ooh, new battle music. I really need to get the OST for this game. Fight is on. Take down all the enemies and victory shall be yours. I mean, it's Keiichi Okabe. You know, it's gonna be good. You kind of just have to assume. Add value of roll to attack and deal wind damage. Generate a gem. Ooh, you can just straight up generate gems. That's neat. So the character in our previous game was like kind of like a healer, kind of like a Dragon Quest main character. They're usually the healers in their games. So it's going to be interesting to see what you're all about. So I can do some extra damage with wind. Let's find out if you're weak to wind, why don't we? Baby roll. Critical fail. Alright, whatever. Ooh, cheeky dodge. Alright. Stabby. Okay, yeah, that's fine. There we go. I remember the damage varying a little bit, even if you directly compare the attack and defense of cards in the original game. So I wonder if that's still going to be a thing here, because there's a little bit of variety to it. It's kind of like Pokemon attacks, so you can have a high or a low attack roll that puts some variance on the damage. And I'm talking about basic attacks. I'm not talking about the ones where you actually roll a dice. But, yeah. Alright, easy battle. Well, let's continue exploring. Apparently that was the only monster on this entire island. Yep. Beckoning me to adventure, we know. Should I even bother keep exploring, or should I just go in the town? Okay, well there's there's nowhere to go. Alright, Omega Village it is. Yeah. Should I write down that there's a... I'll do it after the episode, write down that there's a spirit spire here.
Gorgeous flower beds burst with blossoms that will one day wilt and wither away, much like Omega Village itself. This is a village that has accepted its fate to be but a moment in time, destined to fade.
Yeah? I mean, we all got to accept that at some point, don't we? Unless you're, you know, the crazy antagonist that wants to achieve immortality, which... Immortality always kind of sounds like it would suck. Not being able to die?
An island in want of a maiden shall fall, he mutters, to no one in particular.
Okay, yeah, and the subtitle for this game was The Forsaken Maiden? The something maiden. Island in want of a maiden shall fall. So we need a maiden here? Okay, guessing that's what it's going for. Fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlike the aged man's flip side story. The flip side stories, I remember these. They're usually very cursed. Alright, so 41 characters. Gonna take us a hot minute to get through all of these. Hello. Decades ago, I lost my wife in the war. All I could do was watch as the life drained out of her. And I know how hard that was for you, Grandpa, but that happened yesterday. Please try to focus. Okay, Grandpa's memory is a little bit shot. Okay. Grandpa's memory is a little bit shot. We get it. Grandpa's not all there. Yeah, the flip side stories are always pretty funny. My house. What happens if I step on the flowers? Nothing, really. Let's go see the armor. Is it the same armor?
How may I help you? The proprietor inquires.
Do I got any money? Iron sword, mercenary sword, militia spear, ascetic's glaive. Okay. Yeah, we got a few things. So... Traveler's short sword gives you defense and agility. Where it seems like these are just more based around straight up damage. Unless that's for a different character. Maybe these are for... Oh, you can equip spears. Wait, can you equip everything here? Oh, jeez. So you can use 3 weapon types? I believe in the first game, each character can only use like 2 weapon types.
Will that be all? The proprietor asks.
I guess that's maybe why the main character has a spear on their back as well, so if you want to play a spear character for your main character, it's still in the art. Weapon armor and accessory cards are only effective once you put them to your characters. Yeah, we know. It's fine. So, I do need to go to the Elder's house. What happens if I go to my house?
Home sweet home.
Take a rest? I don't really need it.
This is no time for a nap. You turn around and walk out the door.
Okay. Did I take damage, actually? I did not. If I did, it healed me up for free. So, let's go check out the item shop. Didn't really use items much in the first game.
You? The proprietor inquires.
Whoa, what are you doing here? You weren't the item shop person before. You're the muscly person I had a fight with. I remember you, because I specifically said you had a baby face. Omnisalve. Oh, that's good. That's good. That is very good. They're very expensive, but that is very good. Yeah, because before I always used Ridus's heal to heal the entire party, but it's good that it's an item now.
The proprietor asks.
I didn't really use potions and stuff that much in the first game, but we'll see if I need to rely on them a bit more here.
This might be the last time I see this flower bed, the boy says, gazing forlornly at the flowers.
Yeah, could be anybody's last time, you know? Whoops, not Y. I want to press the start button. So I can, collection, yeah, that's where we gotta go. Alright, so... It was just, like, generic man, right? I believe so. Yeah, and we have you two now. But I haven't finished your Flipside stories because I think I just gotta go to your shops enough. I forsook the isle of my youth to live here. I don't know a soul, but that's fine by me. I'm used to being alone. He left his home island yearning to see the outside world, but so traumatic was his seasickness, he swore never to board another boat. He'd really like to go home if he could. Yeah, he's just trying to convince himself. Poor seasick guy. Alright, you have fun staring at your flowers, I guess. Man, the art in this is so good.
The proprietor inquires.
Hello. Bye. I like your geode. Okay, so, yeah, we get the same things. Ring of Protection, Water Stay, Lightning Stay, Wind Stay, Light Stay, Dark Stay. Yeah, okay. Those are all nice.
Will that be all? The proprietor asks.
Bye-bye. Cool. And the Maiden Shrine, Elder House. Let's check out you.
I wish I got to be the maiden, the girl says mournfully, dressed head to toe in maiden garb, and clearly pretending to be such.
Oh, you're a poser. Plain girl. Rude. Who are you to call this lady plain? Alright, characters. Go ahead and get back to this one. Seems like we're getting a lot of the characters on like the later pages. She grew her hair out, though her mother said it looked best short. She wore platform shoes, though her father said they were dangerous. She longs to be all grown up. Why, you ask? Because her parents are no longer in this world to tell her otherwise. She detests her own weakness and just wants to be an adult already. Oh. Oh. I mean, we all want to grow up when we were younger. And now that I'm older, I'm like, man, I wish I could go back to when I could just sit around and play a video game for like 12 hours.
A lone woman diligently cleans the grounds of the Maiden Shrine.
Well, thank you. Did I just unlock your? I sure did. I should have saved all of these for like one time so I didn't have to keep going back in the menu here, but I like to absorb everything in these games, so everything that I can without too much trouble. I think I missed like maybe one of the cards Flipside stories in the first game because you had to do another playthrough for it. One woman laments her misfortune. Though she buys waters that bring happiness to the drinker and stones that bring luck to the wearer, no happiness nor luck does she feel. The waters and stones all came at steep prices, which her loving husband paid without complaint. This is what makes her happy. Wow, you're buying snake oil for your wife. That's not good, friend. Maybe you should spend that money to get her like some help with therapy or something instead of buying magic stones.
The windows are closed, and it's too dark to see much inside. all sound seems to fall away.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think the card I missed didn't require another playthrough. I just had to go make a different decision.
You stop in at the mayor's house and discover that he already has a guest. The two are engaged in discussion.
Wow, the mayor looks like a sick badass. Look at that guy.
You listen in and learn that they are troubled by monsters that have appeared near the village and have been devouring precious stores of food. The villager sighs deeply. I suppose it's about the end for the village, they say flatly before departing the mayor's home. The man left standing in the room has a certain sagacity about him. He notices you waiting and inclines his head in greeting.
Sagacity? Not a word I've ever heard.
His name is Grief. As the village's mayor, he spends his days dealing with all manner of happenings around town.
I would have said Graith, so I'm glad you said that, Grief. It sounds very similar to Grief. I wonder if that's going to come into play for any reason.
He looks to be at a loss over the damage being caused by the monsters. It would likely be a simple matter for you to deal with the beasts.
Help get rid of the monsters? Do an exchange for food.
You offer to deal with the monsters, and Grief replies with his thanks. You're always a big help.
So I actually didn't mean to accept that there. I was trying to do the peak thing, but this wasn't one of the instances where you can do the peak thing. That was just a choice. So that was my bad. I think it has a little icon when you can do the peak, or it tells you. It's only for like really important decisions. So we're probably gonna get food anyway.
This is part of your daily routine. You work to sort out the village's troubles in order to procure food to eat.
Yeah, it feels very similar to like the beginning of Nier. I'm just the village gopher. Alright, and the surrounding environs. It said the village and the surrounding environs. Are there monsters in the village? It's Grandpa, isn't it? It's Grandpa. Alright, well, where am I going? What am I doing? Do I just go until I get in fights?
A monster has appeared before you. It holds what's left of a piece of fruit in its teeth, and its mouth moves restlessly. With a sigh, you mutter, "Let's get this over with then," and ready your weapon.
But it's so cute. How could this thing cause any trouble to anyone? Cue the flip side story for this particular creature being like, yeah, they sneak into villages in the middle of the night and eat the dreams of people, or something horrible. Number in red indicates HP. When it drops to 0, you become incapacitated. Cards attack and defense, give careful consideration. Yep. Okay, yeah, we know all that. Alright, so you guys weren't weak to wind, but if I get a high roll, I can actually finish you off here? Wow. We're doing great on the rolls so far. That does it for battles, the rest is up to you. Okay, and I do have some salves there. Boom. Thank you. 1 damage. Alright, so I can just do a basic stab on you. Boom, boom. Got the big crit. Critical.
Excellent.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love, narrator. Alright, can I please get something better than a 1? Oh my god. 3 1s. What is this? Wow, I'm getting incredibly unlucky with the rolls. That just means my luck is saved for later, right? Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, thanks for the crit when it didn't matter. Really appreciate it. That happened the first time too. Wow, my luck is horrible. In the first episode. Jeez. Alright. Baron leveled up. So you get an extra defense and some HP. Next level's 10 XP away. Wow, that's nothing. Of course, I didn't pay attention to how much
With practiced
XP.
skill, you swing your weapon. The blade flashes through the monster's throat.
I didn't pay attention to how much XP you guys actually gave me, so maybe 10 is a lot.
Merciless. Perfect aim. It would appear that you are quite accustomed to killing.
Yeah, that's great. I like being accustomed to murder.
You wipe the blood off your weapon. As you do, you notice a shadow in the distance. Another monster, perhaps?
What a weird thing to say. It seems you are quite good at killing. You're quite accustomed. How do you get rid of the monster? Go in close, throw a weapon at it. Okay, yeah, see, we can tug. Take the weapon on your back, and yeah, because you have a spear on your back, and carefully, silently you creep up on the shadow. Throwing a weapon at it might actually hurt it. I feel like if I go in close for the kill, I'll realize it's not a monster, and then I won't kill it. I'm gonna do this one. And bring your blade down.
Silently, you creep up on the shadow, and bring your blade down on it with practiced speed. But the shadow nimbly evades your strike and runs off. Whatever the shadow was, it was taken aback by your unexpected assault. It looks like it ran off in the direction of the spire near the village.
Okay, so we are going there now. This isn't like an important location for later. When your HP is low, use either a healing item from your own cards in the menu or rest of your home. View your cards. No, I'm good. I don't think my HP is low, right? I didn't get beat up that bad, did I? No, we're good. Yeah, because I leveled up. Yeah, and this game has level up healing. Yeah, I thought these Spirit Spires are going to be like, I'm going to get to the end of the game and it's like, find the 5 Spirit Spires and you will be rewarded with the best equipment or something. That's kind of what I was thinking. Alright, so let's go in. Spirit Spire. Reminds me of the lighthouses from Golden Sun.
You stand before the Spirit Spire, said to have been erected to protect the island. Yet with the villagers having accepted ruination, it now stands forlorn, an edifice without a purpose. This place, so named for the spirits themselves, is one that the villagers do not enter. Despite this, you say to yourself, I have to get rid of the monster, and decide to profane the place with your presence.
Ooh, we're not supposed to be in here. Is there a reason for that? Am I going to go in here and find the legendary sword? Or something that I'm not supposed to find out about this island? Some secret they've been keeping hidden from us? Ooh, it actually reveals these now. Before it didn't reveal these. Like when you're right here, it only revealed all the ones around you. It didn't reveal these way over here. And it always bothered me, but now I don't have to worry about it. Ooh. We actually have some vocals now. You who enters, spirit.
There are some words etched into the door, but they are weathered and difficult to read. Worried though you are about whatever the words might say, you nonetheless try pushing the handle. With some protest, the door groans open.
Is this gonna steal my soul? It said you who something spirit. It's just gonna steal my spirit, isn't it? My spirit is forfeit. Well, I like that we got some vocals again.
You spy the shadow of the monster you had countered earlier. Your insight that it had taken refuge in the spire has proven a good one. The shadow notices your presence and flies off at blinding speed. You can't help but admire the rapid escape, though it looks like you're back to chasing after a shadow.
Okay, so you're running over there. Pursue the monster up the spirit spire. Up it? How far are we going? At least I can jump around really quickly. So, any treasure chests or anything over here? Gotta be thorough, man. Gotta be thorough. Uh-huh. Alright, doesn't look like there's really anything over here. Let's just jump back over here. Man. Keiichi Okabe makes some good stuff.
You survey your surroundings, relying on the shafts of sunlight filtering in through the windows. However, you're unable to see the monster from where you are.
Like, Song of the Ancients is like one of my favorite songs, so I just love the singing that's always in Keiichi Okabe's stuff. It's so pretty. It's like hauntingly beautiful. Altar. Do I want to go there? Maybe later. Okay, we're getting there. On filling the map in, that is. I don't see the shadow monster thing, so maybe I do just need to go to the altar? Possibly. Okay, altar it is.
In the back of the large hall, there is an altar, which evinces a sense of deep mystery. The altar is wrought of a strange kind of stone, its surface polished smooth. It looks as though it's meant for use in some important ritual. You approach the altar to check that there are no places for monsters to hide themselves away inside it.
Maiden, here. Who's there?
In reply to the mysterious and unidentifiable voice that suddenly rent the silence, you ask in a sharp tone, "Who's there?"
I, spirit.
You strain your ears, trying to make out the broken snippets of words echoing off the chamber walls.
Laty.
After speaking a word that rings familiar to your ears, Laty, the voice becomes impossible to hear. It cannot be. Could you truly have heard the voice of the spirit from the maiden's myth passed down on the island?
So Laty is the maiden, I'm guessing?
All signs of the monster you were in pursuit of seem to have vanished. For the time being, you decide to return to the village and report your success.
Well, I didn't really get rid of the monster. I kind of just chased it around until it ran away. It specifically led me here because it wanted me to see something, though, so... Alright. So, inform the mayor. I guess we can go ahead and get out of here, and then I think we'll probably end this first episode off. I am going to try and get this up on release day, so... Unfortunately, the game came out a little bit late, so it's not going to be up at its proper time slot. But it'll be up at its normal time the other days, so... Alright, I hope you've enjoyed this first episode of Voice of Cards. Definitely looks like it's shaping up to be pretty good so far. More of the same, with probably a couple of improvements, which is basically all I wanted. I didn't want them to change too much. The first Voice of Cards was so amazing. And, you know, just updating it with a few things is nice. And it is cool that they got this out so quickly. Like I said, it's probably pretty easy to develop and everything, but I was so excited when this got announced, and so surprised, so... I hope you've enjoyed this first episode, and I'll see you next time for some more.